Hi, I'm Kiara. This is
Cora.
and this is
I'm Matt.
and this is What's a Garden? 30 Days of Adaptive Action.
Yeah, this is something. Corey, you want to add something?
No.
Seemed like you wanted to say something. This is, welcome to Creating a Future We Want. This is sort of how we homeschool here, one of our projects. What is a garden? And adaptive action. Adaptive action is the process by which we are engaging with this question. And today's a little bit of a different question than we have grappled with, but it's the same as every single other time we have talked about what is a garden. The topic is connections or relationships. Okay, now huge topic, but it's kind of wild, right? We're in this garden, and I wonder if you two wouldn't mind just start. What are some of the parts of the garden? Cora, would you name a part of the garden?
Well, the beds behind it, behind there, the beds, fence, plants,
Kiara, go ahead, pitch it in.
Yeah, the bugs, the the shovels, the
The tools.
tools, the fruit, the vegetables,
The air.
sun, rain, water,
The singing. The smell.
humans.
People, us, we are part of the garden. We could name things for a long time, I think.
Yeah.
Like you could just pick one plant and name parts of it for the rest of the day, which isn't, we're in the evening, so there's not tons of time, but you could name for a long time. Now, I'm curious, what would be a connection, Cora, between the sun and the soil? What's a relationship between these two things, the sun and the soil?
they both have life. Well,
Check this out, Cora. Kiara, can you give us a little direction with how to respond to a question like, and this is new, Cora, we hadn't ever asked this question before. What is a relationship between the soil and the sun?
Well, the sun hits the soil and it's like nutrients and like it's what helps the plants grow. It gets in the soil and the plants like soak it up, sort of.
So what about the sun, as you say, hits the soil?
The rays, the light.
Cora, so what do you predict is going to happen when the sun is hitting the soil?
well, it turns it into food for the plants.
When the sun touches your skin, like it was today, how does your skin feel?
Hot.
So what's happening to the soil when the sun's hitting
Getting hot.
when the photons, when that energy, that radiation is hitting the soil? What's a relationship between water and plants, Cora?
They both have little buddies.
I see. Check this out. Okay, try it again. Kiara, what is a relationship between water or rain and the plants? The eggplant here, for instance.
The plants need the water to grow and stay alive, especially in the heat. And they're both living things, or both have like atoms.
Mm.
molecules.
Okay. Yes. Right. So there's a similarity between the two. So Cora, what causes the plant to need some water?
When it looks dry,
So what causes the plant to look dry?
if it loses too much water.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. So, okay, what's a connection between the fence and the wildlife? And which wildlife do you have in mind?
Deer, bunnies, birds.
Mm-hmm. So, what's the relationship between deer and the fence, or bunnies and the fence?
Deer and the fence, they're both tall.
How does the fence affect the deer? They're both tall. Okay, yes, okay. How does the fence affect the deer?
Well, the deer doesn't want to, can't get in because it's a little too tall.
Yeah. Kiara, it's an obstacle. It's an impediment to the deer entering and eating everything. Kiara, what is a relationship between, or a connection between, the fence and some other wildlife?
Well, the birds land on top of the fence and look into the garden. Yeah, the fence keeps out the rabbits and the deer from coming in. They see it and they're like, well, guess we can't go in that garden today.
Mm. Now, what would you say about uh, Now, what would you say to someone if you were describing how many relationships or connections there are in the garden?
Well, there are a lot, and
Do you think we could count them?
no. Well, I guess.
Well,
Well-
my question was bad. Do you think that we could count all of them?
No, because they're like some at microscopic levels.
Right. So why could we not count those, do you think? So what might prevent us from counting those?
Well, there are too many. Well, I mean, we could count them all, but well, I mean, there are probably like some connection, like of like particles and things that we don't even know about yet, or things that are even smaller than microscopic levels and like atomic levels.
I think you're absolutely right. We don't even know the names of the bacteria in the soil here.
Maybe there's a relationship between an alien and one of the plants. Like they can see the plants with a big microscope or something, or
Yeah.
a telescope.
Yeah. Yeah. I should restate, we haven't even named all of the different species of bacteria yet. It's not that they all have names. We haven't asked. True, we haven't asked all of these bacteria what their names are. That's true. That's on us. We should course correct here. Cora, now what would you tell your buddy, for instance, Sienna, about relationships or connections in the garden? What would you tell her? Is there a connection that you would really want her to know about and show her? Are there two things in the garden? Or is there one thing? What's one thing you want to show Sienna in the garden?
The baby basil.
The baby basil. Now, tell me why. So why do you want to show her the baby basil?
Because it's really cute and
Nice and loud.
so,
It's really cute.
So she notices them.
Well, now that's a great connection to end with here. Baby basil and our appreciation of cuteness. I'm Matt Keene. Thanks for visiting Creating a Future We Want. The topic today was connections and relationships. And oh my gosh, we could talk about this forever. This is What is a Garden? 30 Days of Adaptive Action. We'll be back with day number whatever is next. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.